Hello, welcome to my channel. I'm Tiffany, a retired librarian turned homeschool mom. And in this video, we're going to be looking at something fun and cheesy and family friendly. And well, this is The Librarian, Quest for the Sphere with Noah Wyle and Bob Newhart and Jane Curtin and Sonya Walger. And then we have the bad guy who's Kyle MacLachlan. Olympia Dukakis makes a show in here. She's Noah Wyle's character's mother. And then, let's see, the other bustle guy is an actor by the name of Diana Fisher. So this is it's an Indiana Jones ripoff that knows what it is. It's supposed to be cheesy. It's supposed to be fun. It's supposed to be goofy. It doesn't take itself seriously. It's not supposed to. So this is a family-friendly film. As far as I believe, it's probably just PG. No, for some reason it's not rated. That makes no sense. Probably because it's TV movie. But still, it's family-friendly. It played on network television. So, and my cats are trying to break in. Moving on. So, in this film, Noah Wyle's character's name is Finn. What is his last name? Finn Carson. So he's a 30-year-old perpetual student. Olympia Dukakis is his mother. He's essentially kicked off going after an Egyptology degree. Nobody likes him because, again, he's working with a bunch of young undergrads and he's in his 30s. Though technically that makes no sense. There's probably a lot of graduate students in their 30s. But he's been invited to interview for this librarian position at the Metropolitan Library, which no, does not exist. It's completely made up. This entire film was shot in Mexico because it's done cheaply. So it was actually, I think the library that you see is the Biblioteca Nacional in Mexico City. I believe that's what it was. Filming locations. Double check that. Yeah, it's a museum. It's the Museo Nacional de Arte in Mexico City. So it's an art museum where you actually see it. It's a very impressive building. So he goes there. There's a giant line for interviews. People are running out crying and being terrified, and he's kind of forced in there by Jane. Jane, what on earth is her name? Here we go. Jane Curtin's character, Charlene. And this is literally my favorite scene of the film, the very beginning here. He goes in there. He tries to impress her with basic knowledge. She's like, everybody knows that. They're librarians. Tell me something I don't know. And he walks up to her closely. She's sitting behind a big desk like, you've been divorced for about 3 months. You have 3 cats, and you have this disorder. It's like you have basically the disorder. Her lymph nodes are swollen. She has cat hair, 3 specific types of cat hair on her clothing, and her wedding ring finger there's a line that you can see. It takes a certain amount of time for it to disappear. This gets him the job. He is now responsible. He's taken down below by Bob Newhart's character, who is Judson. And essentially massive amounts of security, and he's now responsible for some of the interesting treasures of the world, like the Ark of the Covenant, Excalibur, Pandora's Box, a jetpack. Let's see, what else is in there? A few other very interesting artifacts, and part of the Spear of Longinus. So this is where the whole plot of the film go, because it's the quest for the spear. In this case, it's the Spear of Destiny, or the Spear of Longinus, which supposedly pierced the side of Christ, or depending on your mythology, that's what the film is going with. It's the one that pierced the side of Christ, and therefore is, if you have all pieces of it, it's ultimate power. So this is what he's responsible for. He goes home after being sworn to secrecy. His mother is happy he has a job. Not particularly happy he's a librarian. It's like, you're a librarian. Okay. Can you find something better? because again, Mother doesn't quite understand what the heck he's doing. Apparently librarians don't mean much, but again, he's a 37-year-old man. His mother is desperate for him to do something to be impressive to women. So he goes in the next day. Charlene is there. They find Judd's character, or Judd, pretty much passed out, and the part of the Spear of Longinus has been stolen. So he's sent off very quickly to find the other piece, because of course he does. They've been stolen by this group of serpents. That's the evil group that splintered off long before, typical of these films. He runs into basically a woman who turns out to be the protector, Nicole No One. So she's very beautiful. She's out of his league. She makes sure he's aware of that before, again, he's attacked by the bad guys, and she rescues him and they jump out of the airplane. Yeah, again, adventure Indiana Jones ripoff. They land in the middle of the jungle. He uses his intelligence to locate where they are and where they need to go by trampling through the Amazon jungle. They come upon some sort of Mayan temple. They get in, they escape a deadly trap very quickly, get the part of the spear. The bad guys are waiting outside. They end up having to go with them because, again, Finn, or no, Wile's character, is the only one who could translate this Book of the Birds, which is the original language of humans, and he translated in a matter of hours on a plane, because of course he did. They end up having to go to Shangri-La, which I believe is somewhere in Nepal, if it exists. They get to a Buddhist temple. They get the other piece of the spear. They escape, because of course they take this part of the spear, and Buddhist temple automatically self-destructs, because of course it does. Wile's character somehow figures out how to fly a helicopter, because of course he does. They fall in love, and, things happen. No, you don't see anything. He wakes up the next morning, basically. They kiss. Next morning, she's gone, spear's gone. He runs into the lobby in a sheet, because comedy, talks to Newhart's character, who Judd, on various screens, because he shows up randomly. And it's like, we have to, basically, the only way to fuse these three pieces together is the pyramids and some sort of moon power. And the Egyptology school that he programmed had just recreated one of the pyramids, including the gold capstone. Somehow I really doubt an actual school had the money to do a solid gold capstone. That's a lot of gold. And they do mess up on the fact that the pyramids were actually covered in marble. But moving on, he goes back to the school with the help of Judd, who apparently was U.S. Marines. Again, this is Bob Newhart, so it's fine. They sneak in. They're going to bring the spear together. They get into the Bob Newhart, and they rescue the girl after the guys had come out and fused the spear, because gold and moonlight. It makes no sense. Moving on. The professor that kicked Noah Wile's character out is part of this bizarre cult. The former librarian who faked his death, we find this out earlier, is the one who's orchestrating this. He gets the spear. He kills one of his bad guys. It has a huge fight scene with Noah Wyle outside. No One and Bob Newhart's character are fighting the bad guys. Yes, Bob Newhart has his first, and as far as we know, only fight scenes, which are very, very funny and very, very corny. And again, they're supposed to be. They're supposed to be fun. They're supposed to be corny. They rescue the spear. The other bad guy gets smashed underneath. Basically, they're messing around with the pyramid stones, and if they're out of place, apparently the entire thing collapses. Not like you can really do that with human beings and a spear. But again, it's funny. And the gold capstone collapses on the bad guy, and they get the spear. And they put it back they basically put it down in the library. And then it jumps to Wiley's character having lunch with his mother, the girlfriend, who he's dating, obviously, because she was kidnapped. Shows up after basically his mother not quite believing that she exists, and they have to go grab something else and ride off on a motorcycle. And yes, there is a second one. I may cover it. So this is a family film. It's fun. It's corny. Your teenagers, if you're going into it knowing what this is, will just laugh at it. And that is the point. The little kids will enjoy it. There's nothing outright besides some minor kissing, and no, Wiley, no, you don't see anything. Of course not. It's a family. It aired on cable. So there's nothing. There's no swearing. There's no anything. This is a complete family movie. It's just funny. You're looking for a simple, fun, family-friendly film that will do from... Little kids probably will not really be afraid of this. There's nothing scary in this at all. There really isn't. Yes, technically they have guns, but nothing really gets shot off. You don't see anything. One guy does die, but he has a spear, and again, there's no blood. It's no gore. It's just he kind of evaporates. So it's fun. I will release the cat in a minute. That is my calico in the window, trying to get out. We'll get back to her in a little bit. So... it's a fun family film. Is it educational? No, it's not supposed to be. It's corny. It's supposed to be corny. It's something to put in for homeschoolers on a day you just kind of want to do something as a family and just look at something that's fun, that's family friendly, that can span different age groups. And it will entertain the parents. Me and my husband watched it together. We thought it was hilarious. It's funny, it's corny, it's extremely stupid. And it knows that. It's a very self-aware film. So it's one of those just kind of, it's a fun film to watch. So that's it for this review. Hopefully my cats will go away at some point. If you like what you see, like and subscribe. I do films like this. I do various book reviews, children's book reviews, various different series for all ages, primarily. I do some more academic stuff as well. A lot of we are secular homeschoolers, so that's where my focus is on. Mind you, I still do some of the fun stuff because why not? It's fun, and we, as homeschoolers, we need a break sometimes, and bonding. So, we're going to be slowly adding more and more homeschooling stuff. My daughter is really young right now, so it's coming. It's just, we're not there yet. So, as well as some travel stuff. As we get traveling, as this happens, I will put videos up on that as well. So be sure to like and subscribe and have a check out what I got. Thank you.